can't call myself a victim because I had the choice. At a certain age, I had a choice what I chose to put in my body. But at this point, I'm making a change. I'm moving forward. And I've got to do better. And that's just simple as that.
Elevate the tides, babe. There's no way I could fall when I'm in this state of mind, baby. There's no name but you.
Hey y'all, my name's Jean. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. The process of getting ready for my duodenal switch, which is a weight loss surgery, which I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you know exactly what it is, or maybe you don't. With the duodenal switch versus the sleeve or gastric bypass, the sleeve is just the first step into a duodenal switch. So if you have a sleeve, you have half of a duodenal switch. With the full duodenal switch, they'll rearrange your intestine to make it shorter. They call it a channel, make it shorter. So it's a malabsorption. Yeah, it's a malabsorption. The gastric bypass is where they bypass your stomach. I opted out of getting that one because, first of all, my surgeon didn't suggest it for me. And he said there's been a lot more complications with the bypass versus the duodenal switch in the sleeve. And he also recommended me, because I originally went in to get the sleeve. He recommended that I do the duodenal switch because that surgery has had a lot more success as well as maintaining weight loss. That surgery has been proven as versus the VSG or the sleeve. So I took his suggestion. At first I wasn't quite sure what the duodenal switch was. And I was like, because that was actually the first time I've ever heard of the duodenal switch, was when he suggested it to me. But because he explained it to me, I was like, okay, I'll go home, do some more research and see if that's something that I'd be interested in doing. You know what? No, I'm lying. In the seminar, they mentioned it. So that was the first time I heard it. But I didn't think anything of it. It wasn't even something I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I said, I'm getting the sleeve. I'm doing the sleeve. Turns out, no, that's not what I'm doing. So the duodenal switch, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm still in the process of preparing for the surgery and understanding everything that I need, you know, as far as the surgery is concerned. So that's why I chose the duodenal switch versus the vertical sleeve. With my surgery and my surgeon, the requirements for me, because I'm with Aetna insurance, so their requirements: no, you can't gain any weight. You don't have to lose anything, but you can't gain, well, not 1 pound. And you have to be on a monitored weight loss for 4 months. It is November 2018 right now. And I started the process in June 2018. But my surgeon switched hospitals. He was in Emerge Ortho, but he switched to Wake Med. So that process kind of threw my schedule and stuff off, because I would have had to drive an hour and some change to get to him. So it threw my schedule off, and that's why, you know, I've been in the process so long. But I am currently in my last month. I did the sleep study. I did that in July, right? Yeah, I did that in July. I did my sleep study in July. I didn't get any results back, but considering the fact that we're moving forward, I would hope that everything's okay. I did my endoscopy on the 8th of this month. I want to say the 8th. Yeah, it was the 8th of this month. So my voice probably still sounds a little raspy from that, but I actually made some videos with the process of the endoscopy. And when I did the cardiac testing, they did an ultrasound in my legs and on my heart and stuff like that to make sure I didn't have blood clots and any abnormalities that may cause an issue with the surgery. So I've done all the testing. Oh, and those are also prerequisites for the surgery. Cost, depending on if you have insurance, if you don't have insurance, it all depends. The range could be from 20 to 30,000. If you have insurance, my maximum out-of-pocket cost is $2,500. I want to say I've met $1,700 so far because my endoscopy was $1,500. If you don't have insurance, I'm not sure how billing works, but I know it's from 20 to 30,000 for the full procedure if you don't have insurance. Whatever your deductible and out-of-pocket for the year, that's how much you will pay for your surgery. That's not bad, I don't think, for, maintaining or making sure that I remain healthy. I'm 23 years old. So yeah, cost, it just varies. If you have insurance, if you don't. Most places, well, I can't say most places, but from all that I've seen, they allow you to make payments on it. So if you're nervous that you don't have it up front, then don't worry about that. You can see what they can do to get you on some payment plans or something. So yeah, it ranges. It really varies from surgeon to insurance, What I had to do to start the program, actually someone I know had the surgery. So they looked it up for me to see what I would have to do to start the process here in North Carolina. They sent me a link with the seminar, and I went to the seminar, and that's where I learned all that information, and it pretty much started from there. My mom, helped me with the insurance and what I would expect to pay. After the seminar, I just went to meet with Dr. Bruce. That's who's doing my surgery, Dr. John Bruce with Wake Med. He was with Emerge Ortho up until August. I think August, yeah. Because all of that stuff kind of got a little blurry around that time. After the seminar, just start going to my appointments. Did my sleep study. I did my cardiac test. My ultrasounds. My endoscopy. And my nutritionist visit. Which is awesome. I think it's great because I'm pretty sure all of them have like a nutritionist. Yeah, because that should be mandatory for all of them. But I love the way she broke it down for us. She gave us a little sheet with the information of tips with the not drinking out of a straw and taking tiny sips, not gulping, not eating, not drinking with your food, not drinking sodas and not drinking alcohol. She said don't drink alcohol for after a year, and she said not because alcohol poisoning plays a factor in it too. You're not able to tolerate as much more alcohol as you will when you have your your normal functioning going on. So it's easy for you to get alcohol poisoning. What else she say? And it's also a higher risk for you to become an alcohol addict. She said because of your tolerance becomes lower, so they've seen increase of alcoholism with patients who drank alcohol before a year was up. So you'll be safe to drink it, but you'll become an addict probably, or maybe, So I definitely would just follow her suggestion or their suggestion. I've never been the type to become addicted to anything other than food. But see, you know what? That makes sense though, because if I'm getting rid of an old habit, it's easy to pick one up, and I have to watch which one I pick up, right? Do I have support? Yes, I have plenty of support. My mother knows about it. My sister knows. Actually, my whole house knows about it. It's not a secret. Like, I'm not in the closet about it with my family. And I've told coworkers and stuff like that. But like family outside of the state and who lives back home, I didn't tell them. I probably told like one or two people, and with that one or two people, ain't no telling who knows now. But it's not a secret. It's just more of a, I want to get through it, and then I can discuss it first, because I don't want to hear anybody's suggestions on, not that it would change my mind, but I just don't want to hear anybody's suggestion on what I choose to do with my body in how I choose to lose weight. I know that I can do it naturally, and because I have done it, but I've yo-yoed so much that I feel like I actually didn't lose anything, because if you're gaining it back, you didn't lose anything, right? Because you still got it. So you dropped it out for a minute. Had a field trip. That's not funny. But so yeah, I know what I need to do, and then the duodenal switch is definitely going to be a tool for me, and it's also going to be something that I need. It's definitely going to be a tool, and it's going to help me because I need help. Simple. That's simple as that. I need help. So, and that's what it's going to do, and that's what it's there for. I can't call myself a victim because I had the choice. At a certain age, I had a choice what I chose to put in my body. But at this point, I'm making a change. I'm moving forward, and I've got to do better. And that's just simple as that. I haven't told my dad yet, and I haven't told him, not because I didn't want him to be disappointed. I haven't told him because I want to surprise him with the change. Like my mom always told me, you're 23 years old, and obviously, you know, you can tell at a certain point, like, if you continue to go down that road, it's not going to be good. And I've been telling myself that for the past year. After an incident happened, and it led to me being just very depressed. I never got out the house. I still don't get out the house. Actually, I work from home, and it got that bad. I guess that was somewhere I needed to go, because after depression, I looked at myself and I said, you know what? I love you way too much to allow you to not go down the drain, but allow you to go down a road that you know will lead you in very bad circumstances. So, and then, you know what, a friend of the family came to visit, and he lost a ton of weight. I said, I'm so proud of you. And that was another thing too that sparked it. He's done really good. He did it naturally though. So, and after he left, I think I lost like 20 pounds, but I gained it right back simply from intermittent fasting. And what did I do? Intermittent fasting, and I was watching what I was eating. No sodas. I was limited on sugar. I didn't even make like a full change. I just limited what I could eat and the times that I ate. And that was suggestion by him too. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can do this. And after I fell off and gained that weight back, I was just like, okay, let's get some help. Let's get some help. I heard about it through my family members who've had it. That's how I learned about it and how I got into bariatric surgery. From what I knew and what I had researched, gastric bypass, but I knew that was not an option for me. I knew about the lap band, but that was not an option for me. I was not a fan of having something inside of my body foreign. But then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have these staples in my body, but I guess it's less intrusive than the band, because that band is all around your stomach. Like, and I just think in my head, what if that, and I actually researched where somebody's stomach fell off with the band, but that's all I can imagine. Like, I can't do that. The thought of that would just irritate me. So I was like, the sleeve would be the best choice for me. And when I went to see Dr. Bruce, he said, no, you know what? Let's just think about the duodenal switch, and then, you know, go home, do some research. But I'm telling you, this would be the best thing for you. So after research, I've seen nothing but good. I think I've seen one bad thing, and or two of them, but they were both their faults, which I think I might fall victim to it. But I'm going to try my hardest, and I've been working on it even right now, like before the surgery. Vitamins. You have to take vitamins every day for the rest of your life. Whew. For the rest of your life, you have to take vitamins. And I'm a very forgetful person. So I'm kind of nervous, and I'm kind of concerned as to how this is going to play out. My vitamin D levels are really low. It didn't interfere with anything, but he suggested that I take 5,000 IU of vitamin D. Before I started, I was on YouTube, I was on Google, I was searching everybody that had something to say. I'm like, look, help me. I don't know what's going on. Please help me. So, well, besides the people in my family that's had it, you know, they can tell you some stuff and you can see what they've gone through, but you know, not, I wouldn't say that was enough. Like, your mind is always curious, especially when it's something new, and especially when it's something concerning your body, you know. I'm so grateful to have Dr. John Bruce as my surgeon, because he's one of the best in the country. You know what? Every video that I've seen, I've actually heard the people say that about their doctor. So I'm like, okay, so how do I actually find out who's the best in the country? See nothing but great news. His office is always packed, so he's doing something right, you know? So I trust him, and I'm going to keep trusting him, because if I don't, I've been done got scared out of the surgery. But I thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope if you're joining the journey or you're starting your journey, stay motivated. Don't let anybody get in your head or make you feel like you're taking the easy way out, because I promise you, so far with the process that I've been in, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time, will, and wanting it. It takes a lot of you in it. Y'all, honestly, at my nutritionist visit, she told us that the people who had surgery, they always suggest if they had anything to say to the people who's about to have surgery, their suggestion would be to start now. Don't start tomorrow as far as dieting and getting on track, what you know you're supposed to do. Start now. And honestly, with me, I don't know, it's weird because I've been losing weight, but I know I have not been doing right, and I know that's not right. I don't know how I've been losing weight. I guess because I haven't been eating as much as I normally do, but I actually went on a diet for about 2 weeks, and I did good. I did great for 2 weeks, and I felt my body. I felt it rejuvenating. But some stuff happened personally, and I allowed that to change my attitude, and I should not have. So I'm gonna get back on it. I'm making a vow to myself that I'm going to start back. Get yourself ready, guys. You have to, if you're new, get yourself ready. You have to be mentally prepared for it. I think after researching, the most difficult part about the procedure is mentally preparing yourself and mentally doing what you're supposed to be doing. I used to call the duodenal switch a duodenal. I was calling it that up until actually my endoscopy. A duodenal, he looked at me like that. And then when I left, I was like, I said a duodenal. And I say it all the time. Like, sometimes, like, I even might say it on here, duodenal, but I know it's duodenal. Because that's what it looks like it's pronounced, duodenal. To me, that's what it looks like it's pronounced. Mentally, I'm at a point now where I know after surgery, that's not an option. Like, that's not an option. Even before surgery, that's not an option. Because if you go on that table and you've been eating pizza, chicken, and fries and all that before the week of surgery, or 2 weeks before surgery as they instructed you not to, your liver hadn't had a chance to reduce, and that's going to cause problems. You don't want to play with stuff like that. So if you're not mentally prepared to do what you know you're supposed to, take time and figure out what you need to do to become mentally prepared. Take your time. Do your research. Understand what you're doing it for. Yeah. It took me a while to do that because I've been researching it for a while, and I was like, nah, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it myself. I'm going to get this weight off all by myself. I can do it all on my own. I don't need a surgery. But here I am. I'm 5 days away from scheduling my surgery date. I haven't had the feeling of guilt. I haven't had the feeling of I'm taking the easy way out. I'm having the feeling of I'm taking control of my life. I'm getting this weight off. I am 23 years old, And I have been obese for 95% of my life. Maybe 90. But from child to adulthood, my adult, teen, and childhood has been spent obese. It hasn't started to cause problems up until last year, which fatigue. Obesity comes with fatigue. I'm very sluggish. I get winded. And before, I didn't have that problem, to be perfectly honest. I've always been moderate active. I've never been active. But this past year and where I'm at now, I don't feel like doing anything. And it is lazy. I can't blame it all on obesity, but I know it has a lot to do with it. So I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm 23. I don't do anything, and it's because I'm not comfortable doing anything. So I have to make a change, and I have to start with my body. Well, mental, then my body. So I'm taking control. I'm grabbing it back, and I'm about to just enjoy a healthier life. I want to find some support groups closer to me. I need to find some like-minded or like lifestyled people. And we have a lot here in North Carolina. I have been long-winded. This video is a little bit longer than I intended it to be, but I got it done. And I'm glad you came around to watch it as I document this wonderful journey. It's a wonderful journey. I'm excited to see what comes next. I would be lying if I say I'm not nervous. I am a little bit nervous, but I'm not nervous for the surgery. I'm nervous for the change, I guess. I don't know how everything's going to turn out. If that makes any sense, because I know my life's definitely going to change. I got long-winded, and this video is longer than it needed to be. I done closed out 3 times and still ain't went nowhere. Thank you for watching.